I'm here with Seth from USL, and again, USL has always got something new at the show that's worth mentioning. There's quite a few things today, and I want to go through them a little bit myself, and Seth can go over them. But the first thing we'll go to is probably one of the more interesting units, is this HDMI switcher here. Now this is an interesting development because it gives you, we've got over here, a live and a preview. Right, so Seth, can you tell us, how did this product come about, and what's the problem it solves?
The HDMI Switch, once again, is the live and preview output with 6 inputs. So it provides a way in the rack in a cinema environment to route and see what you're going to put on screen before you activate it and put it onto your projector with the main output. We've added AES audio feedback, so it will pull the audio off of an HDMI line and play it back in AES mode for today's cinema processors. We've also added features for overlaying microphones and line in. That will allow you to narrate along with your HDMI presentation so that you can do an alternative venue type of presentation, have a presenter on stage and talking on a mic, all using the same HDMI source from the switch. It's a 6-in, 2-out HDMI switch and is completely web-enabled so that you can use it with a Wi-Fi network from a tablet or a computer. That way, if you have a Wi-Fi network in your booth, you can go down with a tablet that's connected, have all the controls over the system, activate your microphone, use the CEC commands here to start and stop video on the fly, and switch back and forth between the different things you have to play for your audience.
That's right. Now, I want to go especially here to some bit of like a very special feature of this device, which I haven't really seen before, is that, this is a Blu-ray player here, and this is plugging into here. And we have control of the Blu-ray player up here through this device. Now that's very important because we are controlling the Blu-ray player over the HDMI protocol implementation. Now that's a standard implementation that works with pretty much most Blu-ray players on the market. Now this is a significant issue with this unit because if you try to implement the API to a specific Blu-ray player, that's actually very difficult. Every Blu-ray player is different. It's just a bit of a nightmare. This keeps that problem out of the equation, and that's a big issue if you're doing cinema integration where you just want to plug in a player and it works. So it's one of the reasons I want to mention this product, because that's the first time I've seen that feature in a product like this, so it's very worth noting for that reason alone. So beautiful alternative content, controlling the experience. If you're doing anything where you're doing any sort of control of playing a DVD player, blah 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 blah, beautiful device. But let's move on. What's it called? Red Link?
Bluelink.
Bluelink. Now, an upgrade to the 60 and the 100 JSDs for Bluelink. So tell us about Bluelink.
Bluelink is a new audio standard. It's a audio over Ethernet communication standard. It does up to 256 channels or 128 channels and 96 kilohertz playback. It's a product of Crown, and we've integrated a chip to transmit Bluelink output from our JSD60 processor. What this allows you to do is do a digital transmission over a long Ethernet throw and get your audio signals to behind the screen or anywhere else you want to place your amplifiers to improve the sound quality for like your stage channels.
Yeah, this is significant. This is a very good thing again. I've seen a few people implement with other methods, but the fact that you can actually do this quite easily now with this Bluelink, moving your amps behind your screen makes a big difference. You have to hear it to believe it. Makes a big difference, and it brings some heat out from behind the screen. There's lots of good advantages to that, so it's good to see JSD60 USL bringing us down that path. Okay, what's the next thing we can look at?
Well, the Bluelink, once again, starts from the JSD60, and we have our decoders.
Okay.
Our DAC16 will take the Bluelink and use that behind the screen as the analog decoder if your amplifier doesn't do it. For that, or from that, the next new product we have is a channel extender for the JSD60. What this unit does is it takes 8 channels of AES audio and decodes it into analog and follows the volume level of another audio processor. So it'll watch over the Ethernet commands and see what your main processor's fader level is at and track with it. While providing equalization, it does our audio EQ function and balance for the additional channels, so you can expand from a standard 8 in a cinema processor to 8 more, or 8 more after that if you kept adding them in a stack.
Oh, okay. And is that got something to do with MDA implementations or anything like that?
Yes, for all of the JSD60 and any other audio processors that are currently installed and do 8 channels, if you're moving to an MDA or a rendered format where you're getting more AES, this gives you an easy upgrade path to install one box and get those channels audio.
So basically, you don't have to throw your equipment away. You're actually expanding on your equipment and not losing that investment. Thank you very much. That's James Gardner at USL with Seth, and as you can see, very interesting ideas, new approaches out of the box. Always interesting to talk to USL at CinemaCon. Thank you very much, Seth.
Thank you.
And that's James Gardner, the CinemaTechGeek at CinemaCon 2015. Bye for now.